Alright guys, today we are going to be changing out my Race Face, I think it's a turbine aluminum handlebar for a Race Face SIXC 820mm bar. A couple different reasons. Obviously one is a complete compensation for, the perceive of my riding buddies. But for the most part I'm a taller guy and want a little bit more reach, so let's change it out. Obviously that when Race Face came out with the red color on the handlebar, they only wanted to match the YT Capra red color, so that's the only reason I went with red. So as you can see here, we have the handlebar mounted. One of the key things to really consider when you're putting a new bar on, other than color, which is obviously key, make sure that everything's centered, the roll's correct, as well as the stem is evenly tightened. Now, I'm not one to tell you the specs on this stuff. I've developed a bit of a feel of where it should be. I'm probably well within tolerance of where I need to be. But consult Race Face, consult Chromag, consult Easton, consult Dydy, whoever, with the recommended torque specs so that your bar doesn't have any issues. As you can see, we're going with a 35mm handlebar with a Race Face turbine 35mm stem. Super solid, never had really any issues with Race Face stuff, so that's why we went that direction. Also, shout out to the old trusty ODI Rogue grips we're going to throw on. Those are my favorite, and for some reason we're harder than normal to find, but that's what my cup of tea is. Another thing, guys, it might sound stupid, but always throw on your bar end plugs. I know they are a little heavier, they look whatever, who cares, but you can save yourself a finger in the event of a crash. You never know what gets stuck in there. Fingers, rings, unmentionables, you name it, it can happen. Just throw them on there and don't have to worry about it. And just like that, we've replaced a turbine aluminum bar with Race Face SIXC Carbon 820mm bar. Pretty simple, nothing too crazy to it. I think just about anyone at home could do it. And overall weight savings, I have no clue. I added heavier grips, the bar's lighter, who cares? It feels just as good on the trail. So prior to shooting this, I had this handlebar here. Sorry. So prior to shooting this, I had that handlebar there, a Race Face turbine, which is fantastic. 35mm, I think it's an 800mm or 780mm bar. I don't know those statistics or whatever stats on it, specifications. Look it up on their site. I wanted a carbon bar for a couple different reasons. One, stiffness. I just found that being a dually, I want stiffness on the handlebars rather and let the suspension cycle. Obviously, the big reason that I'll discuss later, the color on it is perfectly color matched, which is 99% of the reason why I got this handlebar, which should be for everyone who's buying it. Lastly, it's just a little bit wider. So this guy's 820 mils. I'm a big guy. I'm about 6'3", 6'4", somewhere in there. And for me to go from 780, 800 to 820, it just feels quite comfortable. And now having, 10 rides on the handlebar from when I originally shot this video, I'm a big fan of it, and it just feels more comfortable and more at home for me.